Hi, beautiful soul, how are you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. If you clicked on this video, then I think you're meant to know this. This is time. You know who you are. You're on the path now, no matter how lost, confused, stuck you have been in the past. Now you can come back home to who you are, and from there you will be guided at every moment. See, when we are born, we're given a name, right? We're told that you're Priya, you're Stella, you're. So we have all these different names. And our parents gave us these names. And what happens is that we never get to ask the question, who am I? Who am I? Am I my name? No, it's my name. It's two words that my parents have given to me. They're called names. It's not who I am. It's my name. But what happens is that we, all of us, we don't ask the question, who am I? And we just think I am Priya. That's who I am. That's what my parents told me. But we have to go back to childhood to know who we are. So the question is, why are you given a name? Why are you given a name? So that other people can tell which one is which, right? So that we can differentiate, we can distinguish between two bodies, two forms, right? But it's a name, right? It's an artificial name that we have created. It's not who we are. Correct? My question was, why is there a need to give a name in the first place? Why is there a need to differentiate? Why is there a need to create an artificial name to call us by, to identify us with? Why? Because you see, when we are born, we are all the same. We are blank slate. We can be anyone, we can have anything, we can do anything. We are the same. We are pure consciousness. We are pure awareness. That's what we are. But then we never get to know that, right? When we grow up, thinking develops, and we think that I am Priya Kushwaha. I've always been this. No, but story you've been telling us. See that who you are comes prior to thinking, because thinking develops when we are IS 7. Like, thinking properly develops at that time. Thinking starts developing at, I guess, age 3. I'm not sure about that. You can check that. So yeah, but we forget that, right? That we are not thinking, because thinking came after us. We came before who we were. We were pure consciousness. Now what happens is, you put so many labels upon this pure consciousness. There's a person, it's pure consciousness, okay? It's not a person. Pure consciousness. We also call that we are spiritual creatures. We are spirit. What is spirit? Spirit is unseen. Spirit is something that we cannot see. We can also call that light. We are light. So we are that. And you put so many labels, so many artificial names upon this one pure being. You give her that, you give her a name, you give her a nationality, you give her a caste, you give her a race, a color, a gender, right? And then you identify that being, that pure being, that pure light, that pure consciousness with all those labels, forgetting who it truly is and who it has always been in the first place. So see, this is a game of forgetting and then remembering, right? Now the thing is that we are all that pure consciousness, but what separates us, what differentiates us, are these artificial labels that we put on each other. Oh, you're an American. Oh, you're Indian. Oh, you're a Hindu. Oh, you're a Muslim. We identify each other as that, right? And there's even more. And we also give them quality personality types. Oh, that. Oh, you're smart. Oh, you're lazy. Oh, you're dumb. We put all these labels also on that pure consciousness, pure being, pure potentiality, infinite potentiality. What I want you to notice is that this is all just artificial constructs. This is a man-made construct that we have created. We have created an artificial sense of separation. However, we are not separate because we are all the same thing. We are one. Everything is one. There is no separation, and it is also talked about in non-duality, Advaita Vedanta. It's a Hinduism philosophy, very very ancient and very ancient, and it's also written about in Upanishads and Vedas. So our ancient, all the mystics, all the sages and the yogis, saints, all of they knew this truth. Okay, they knew all of this, but it has been forgotten over the years. We have forgotten who we are. We have started identified with those artificial constructs, with those artificial labels. We have started identifying with our mind, but that mind, that voice in our head, it is just a tool. Okay, and see, the voice in our head, it's also called ego. However, it's not the one we talk about in psychology, like you have an ego. No, we're talking about the one we have in spirituality, I guess. Yes, see, ego is all the stories you have about a person. I am Priya, I was born here, I am this year old. My ego is everything, all the labels, all the identifications that we have. Ego is that. And when you remove ego, when you remove all the identification, all the labels from a person, all that's left is pure consciousness. All that's left is the truth. Okay, what remains when you remove all these artificial constructs, all these artificial sense of self, that is who you truly are. And you connect with that pure consciousness when you go into silence, when you sit with yourself and become aware of that narrative, of that voice in your head that is constantly taking your attention, that is constantly pulling you away from who you are, from realizing who you are. We see, it's a habit, okay? It's a habit, very old, of identifying with our mind, with that voice in our head. We think, oh, Priya, I'm separate person. All these people out here, people I see with my eyes, all of them are separate. I'm just a small, insignificant human being. I have to earn money, I have to prove my worth, I have to make a living, I have to survive. This is ego. And see, the thing is, at first, it is very, 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 difficult to not to believe that we are not the ego, because we have identified with that persona from so long, from we were, child. We are so attached to that persona. So it's hard at first. And it's a process, knowing who you are. It's a process, okay? So don't take it all, why am I not able to see my true nature? Why not? It's a process, okay? It happens in layers. So, like, at first you will resist. Everybody does. Will, like, oh my god, how can I be pure awareness? I'm nothing, Pure awareness is basically nothing. You're not your personality, you're not a smart person, you're not intelligent, you're not a student, you're not a daughter, you're not a parent, you're not a wife, you're none of those. It's just a role that you play. It's just a role that pure consciousness is playing. But it's not who you are. You are nothing. And nothing is everything. So at first we resist, but later on we realize how liberating, how freeing that is.